forthcoming party polls, which will be used to gauge the ruling party's popularity amid regional demands from aspirants who are seeking to contest in the poll. The grassroots elections coming in the backdrop of an InfoTrack poll that shows 58% of Kenyans feel that the country is headed in the wrong direction and has seen the party's staunch allies defend the ruling party.
UDA's quest to organize itself into a formidable re-election vehicle for President William Ruto in 2027 kicked off in earnest this week when the party's National Elections Board began meeting aspirants across the regions ahead of the first phase of the elections on the 26th of April.
All systems are set to go and we are ready for the grassroots elections.
The party will be using the polls to test its popularity on the ground. In a week, an InfoTrack poll suggested 58% of Kenyans feel the country is headed in the wrong direction under party leader President William Ruto due to the high cost of living, which polled at 64%, unemployment at 38%, and poor governance at 27%.
Every policy Kenya Kwanza government has come has virtually gone to court and have been stopped. So how do you gauge us when you have stopped the levy, when you have stopped the finance bill, and you want us to tell us that you have not performed? How are we going to perform? And you have gone to court and stopped everything. We will not perform when you are stopping everything. Give us the opportunity to make sure that first those policies we came up are implemented so that you can gauge and say that we have failed.
Majority of us from the marginalized community, we are all hustlers. But we thank God that we have a government that supports that agenda of bottom-up agenda, and we are willing to spearhead as leaders from that county to register as much people as we can to the party.
UDA will also be using the polls to test its popularity in its Mount Kenya stronghold, where the government's taxation policy has sparked opposition. Azimio's political bases of Homa Bay and Busia counties, where UDA is challenging ODM dominance in the region, will also be a test for the party.
In the past, we have had ODM in our region, but I want to tell you that there is a serious paradigm shift and our people are joining UDA because, number one, they want to work with the government. Number two, they want to feel comfortable because in the past, there has been a lot of pressure of one party.
In Garissa and Isiolo, where the party has extended the registration deadline to Monday next week, the party is confronted with the dilemma of negotiated democracy ahead of the polls to avoid a fallout, with some aspirants rooting for consensus ahead of the elections, as others oppose.
We want a conceptual change in northern Kenya that enough is enough. We are not doing negotiated democracy. I myself have never participated in negotiated democracy. I don't want to negotiate again, even in the next elections.
Where there is always consensus, women are not represented, they are not elected, they are not picked. And where there is a consensus on that table, there is no woman who always spearhead or push forward agenda of women.
The party is also confronted with sibling rivalry dilemma, with aspirants opposing elected leaders from participating in the exercise, claiming they will have an upper hand. Apol Kamau, TV 47.